Anyway, so the government of America prevents freedom from anybody that wants freedom, anywhere in the world. It uses the UN and all of that to do whatever they want. If you're their friend, Saudi Arabia can bomb and slaughter Yemen all at once. Why? Because it's the U.S. friend, right? If you're friends with the U.S., you can do anything you want to anybody. And if you're not the U.S. friend, you can be trying to defend yourself in Venezuela, and everything you do is wrong. And we're going to sanction you. Imagine a poor country that's already having it bad, and now boss man gonna sanction it. This is unbelievable, but everybody had to see it. There's a global movement taking place. It's a human movement. This movement is a little different than the 60s. The 60s was freedom, decolonization. This is general human liberation, because people got plenty of technology, they got all this, and they're not happy. They're saying it's better. What is all the white kids doing, running around the world trying to find happiness? That's what they were all doing. The hippies, all of them. Free love, freedom. They was taking acid. They was trying to, they wanted to be free. They just didn't know how to do it. This movement is more mature. This movement now, you can taste it. It's maturing right now. This is a movement that says, we got to fix the world. We got to fix the world. The old movement said, stop the world, I want to get off. You know, that's what the white kids said then. And the Negro wanted some freedoms, but you remember that boondocks, whatever they call it, when Martin Luther King was supposed to come back alive, and he was in a coma for so many years, and he saw everybody shaking their behinds and doing that, he said, imagine though, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King would have died of a broken heart, because the wave was too strong. The wave, everything that happened was supposed to happen. And everybody is placed in a position to where what they have, the white boys is good with weapons. Niggas ain't no good. Well, if they train, they would be. They probably shoot better than white folks if they train, but they just don't train. So all of us are going to be needed. All of us are going to be needed right now. Within the next, you almost stand there and look at it. The next period, everybody would be needed to take to the world. To take the world. I visualize that the world that we'll say in some type of agreement. We need a 20-year period of this. We're going to clean up the world, right? Before we go out there, we're going to clean up what we got here. We're going to get ourselves together, right? Say that takes 20 years or so. Give people time to slow down and regulate. See, right now, technology is controlling our development. And technology is blistering, it's unfeeling, uncaring, and it's wearing us out. And we're not happier. Imagine 200 years ago if folks didn't have to work no more than they do now. They would be ecstatic. They said, this is utopia, right? If they still had their families and stuff like that. I mean, think about it. How skinny people ever was, because they worked all the time. They walked everywhere. And now in America, it's not everywhere. I've heard people say that you can stay in a metro or subway overseas, and you see one or two obese people every so often, but not here.
They won't even accept them in the military.
Huh?
They won't accept them in the
They
military.
they won't be able to have no food. They're gonna have to close it down. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
This is what they say.
Yeah.
But, okay, in order to do that, we see the world is coming, so we're placing ourselves in hopefully the correct position to do what we visualize as our job during this period. Okay, as we fan out and as our dialogue gets more popular and known, the people are going to pay attention. And I think that period is coming pretty quick. I think everything that's set up in California is set up to give a lot of publicity and because they feel like everybody else gets too much publicity too quick, it ruins them. They're going to ruin us. We don't plan to get ruined. We don't plan to get sideswiped or sidetracked or nothing else. But in closing, to the original question about drugs, Salvador and all of those countries, they used to send all the drugs through those countries and up here. But now a lot of the drugs are staying in the countries where they are.
Right, okay.
And that is, imagine, they already don't have none.
And I guess that was because I was watching the interview of Honduras president that got overthrown.
Yeah.
And I guess my question was based on, is he having to manage the drug situation while he's trying to, where he's says, okay, I want to do this for my people, I want to nationalize our resources. So is he, while recognizing that that's an issue, is he at the same time keeping whatever drugs is in his country at a certain level, and then when the CIA overthrows it, they just blow it up? I guess that was my question.
No, the guy that's in Honduras now.
Not now, but the former one.
The one before.
The one before that they overthrew.
He was kind of good.
Right.
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 The bomb they got now.
Right.
The bomb, the one they threw. Yeah, anybody that overthrow, you know, he was working with Hugo Chavez
Right, exactly,
and all that.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
That was a good guy.
Right. So I guess you kind of answered it there.
No, we don't have to go, look.
Right.
The people that are running the world now are satanic materialists. They can't even think of anything outside of money. And pornography. And I think every billionaire, the Me Too movement, just about exposed everybody as a pedophile or something.
Right. Sure.
You know, when I was in Europe, when I was in Denmark, they had a place, walking street. It was a walking street where you just stole off. They had child pornography back in the 60s and early 70s. Child pornography was just like, it wasn't illegal, it was little kids. But now you gotta remember, the Danes are white folks. They stay up there and they're right near the Arctic Circle. They're within inside the Arctic Circle wall. And they have, in the winter, They have 4 hours or so of daylight hours. And in summer, it don't never get dark. It gets like early Maghrib, you know, it just don't get dark. So they got funny habits. They be up there so long that they make it look like it ain't even criminal. I mean, they just, no, it's just baby sex. It's just, that's what they do.
I had read this book when I was getting ready to get married. They were talking about how like folks up in, you know, basically Scandinavia, that area, typically the customs there are kind of give you an indicator of what's about to happen here in the United States. And that the trends, what happens there, you can wait about 30 years later, so things kind of pick up similarly here, was what that particular book was saying.
That has, okay, if you go 30 years on back, Scandinavia loved Negroes. Them white girls up there loved. It wasn't like, I mean, they now is hatred. They hate Arabs, they hate blacks. If you was running away from the Vietnam War, you'd go to Sweden. Sweden, Denmark, all of them, those are Nordic countries. They loved black people. They would follow you down the street. One of our partners had long hair. He had one of them long naturals. And they thought it was fake. So they'd walk up, sneak up, and they'd give it a big yank to see if it was real. Boy, his head stayed hurt because they couldn't pull in his hair. No, those countries have changed. The Zionist propaganda. When I was there, Angela Davis' sister came to raise big money for Angela Davis. Although Angela Davis like that. So they just said, anyway, it's a long story. But anyway, they did raise plenty of money for Angela Davis. All the music they liked was black music. All the books they read was black books. Okay, but now, it was a strange experience. When I was there, they had a Negro just passed through. He was called Monkey Man. Monkey Man was supposed to be pimping. Now, half the brothers up there was pimping. In fact, the place where everybody hung out was called Pussy Ali. No, that's what they called the place. So, Monkey Man got on TV. It said, Danish men and sisters, and I'm up here pimping these white goods, and this, that, and other. It reminded me of everywhere where people like Negroes, they sent some federal agents around to mess up. And within a few years, people didn't like Negroes. That's what happened on the world stage. But anyway, Denmark, I got to Denmark, and I went to the club, and they always had bowls of hashish. Bowl, you know, that red bowl, and they put the bowls, tin foil, put little holes on each side of the bowl. And I went to Amsterdam. They like Negroes in Amsterdam. All of Europe love Negroes. Nobody like Negroes.
No.
People like Negroes. And Arabs.
They think we're, somebody said they're calling us colonizers. They're using the term colonizers for the Muslims.
The Muslims, like Germany and all of them. Well, you gotta imagine now.
The immigrants, the ones that's coming off the boats, they use white people use the term colonizers.
But they cause that themselves.
Right, yeah.
the war in Syria, the killing of Gaddafi.
Right.
They didn't have no place where they could go. Then they cut off all the money Gaddafi was giving to Chad and everybody. They keep him at home. He was the king of Africa, so it was a big joke. It's okay. He ain't hurting nobody, right? So then they cut him off, they take over the country, and they make it a fitna house. So now everybody can come from Afghanistan, they come from Syria, they go there to Libya, and they get on them rickety boats. And the migration is about hundreds of thousands. It's like, I don't know how many thousands people drown there. So cut down a little. But look, they caused all that trouble. They tried to destroy Syria, and Russia said, wait a minute, I gave you all a pass on Libya, but I ain't giving you a pass on Syria. And that's what happened. But Russia said, we should put a stop here. We let you go by the UN on Libya. We're not doing it on this. But anyway, see, everything is coming back to everybody. Europe colonized black people. And Muslims, right?
Yeah.
They wasn't hollering then. Now, they're getting colonized. That's only fair. That's normal. Did they expect to get away with that? All that's a fait accompli. That's already done. The Mexican border, can you imagine? Can you imagine that somebody steal half your country? 55% of Mexico. Well, they stole more than that. Colorado, Nevada, Nieve, from, snow. California. Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. Texas is like a country of its own. All that, New Mexico, all of those areas. Colorado, red. And they stole that from Mexico. They stole it. The Spanish have a saying, reconquista. You know what that means? The reconquest. They say it on TV. We didn't cross the border crossed us. Done deal. Done deal. So goes California, so goes America. Look. When you came here, how many Latinos was it in this?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. It was actually more Vietnamese in my area than it was Latino.
And on top of that, but it wasn't no more than 2 Mexicans in Carolina, the whole state. Mississippi. Now you drive through all the signs in Spanish. They already did it. That's why Don don't want to know nothing on the questions. Are you a U.S. citizen? So they won't answer the question. They won't take the census. Because the census come through, it's going to say they're going to be shocked.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to say, that many Mexicans? Well, hell, look out of the door. I'm talking about in Oakland. Oh, no, not Oakland. Everywhere. Not only around California, all up in Oregon, everywhere. Where they got, anywhere they pick fruit. pick apples up in Washington and Oregon. They pick all kind of, they got camps of Latinos. On that side is Mexicans. Over here they had Salvadorians and what have you. That's a done deal. They done already took it. And as far as the Negro and Mexicans, he should be nice to Latinos. Because it was 20 years ago, in 2010, that's what they say, because they were lying, that it was 39 million Mexicans, and Latinos, and 39 million blacks. Now, who do you think is the biggest population here? You know what? Do you remember when you was a fireman, teen pregnancy was the biggest thing? Was teen pregnancy a problem? No problem. In fact, where's the teens? Where's the babies? Y'all got some babies. Well, who else got babies? What happened? This is mind-boggling. What did they do? Okay, maybe they're springing on Latinos now, but they still they having house schools of kids. Whatever they drinking, they're not drinking what we've been drinking. Teen pregnancy was big. That's all they talked about in D.C. 25 years ago, it's teen pregnancy. Babies having babies. Where are they at now? You don't see nobody walking. Maybe once in a while there's somebody walk by pregnant. Oh, something happened. You don't even see them out in the suburbs, like around here. Oh, they don't. What happened? Somebody gave the Negro a drink or something, because we're not reproducing like we were. Then the new statistic, black women having more problems having babies. Hey, black women ain't never had no more problem having babies than white women. White women always had, oh, I got a side ache. Oh, I can't get pregnant. How many niggas you know couldn't get pregnant when we was growing up? You could look at a black girl and she'd be, I don't know how it happened. They looked at me and I got pregnant. Well, that's the way it is. Mary got pregnant the same way. You know, we don't want to do that. So, look, tell the truth. There's some mean stuff going on. There's some mean stuff going on. We got a lot to do. That's why we can't think colloquially and locally anymore. We got to think globally. Because the world needs reasonable people, and that's what we want to be. Okay, that's it. If I keep answering questions, we'll just be here for hours. Any more questions or comments? Thank you very much. No.